To get a really good sauce, you need to start with a really good stock. And I have made this by boiling some duck carcass, some vegetables that I have browned. I have that in another video. I bring it to a hard boil, a roaring boil you can say, and reduce it until about half or third the original volume. And now I want to make a light roux, so I add some duck fat. And I might make sure to boil away any liquid that's left. Otherwise, when I add the flour, it will lump. Then I add the flour. We have to roast it until it loses the flavor and get a bit of color. There's too little fat here, so I add a bit more. It has to be a liquid creamy consistency. So like this. Now it doesn't look dry anymore. Then I brown it gently and when it smells like popcorn, it's done. Then it's time to add some stock, and this is a hot stock, so it boils immediately. That makes it all happen a little faster. And as soon as the portion have thickened, you add some more stock and make that thicken. And you simply just continue adding stock and thickening and adding stock and thickening until you have used all your stock. Then you end up with a sauce that's a bit thin and runny. Like this, but that's exactly as it should be, because you bring that to a simmer and you leave it to reduce, and then after, I don't know, half an hour to an hour, something like that, you have the right consistency. I like to add some red wine to my sauce. Not too much, just to add a bit of fruitiness and sourness. And notice that I haven't added any food coloring or sauce darkener. Then I add a bit of cream, and it makes it all a very full and rounded taste. And then it's time to reduce the sauce by letting it simmer, like I talked about earlier. And then I taste it with a bit of salt and some pepper. It's a good idea to add just a little in the beginning and then add more later. And duck sauce is a little special because the fat of the duck tastes really well. So in Denmark at least, we usually add some duck fat to the sauce, as much as it can take without separating. And notice this hasn't separated yet, so we can add a bit more and get an even better sauce. And this is the traditional Danish duck sauce. We get it especially at Christmas. It's easy to make and it tastes really well, especially with potatoes. So enjoy! And you can find the list of ingredients and the recipe on kvalifood.